Welcome to a brand new episode of the post game. I'm your host, Davion. I'm joined by all of these people: Omega, Matt, Caden, Lillian, and Oronde. Say hello, everybody.
What's up?
What's poppin'?
What up?
Okay. Caden's always so awkward when the intros, man. It's just so great. I love it. But anyway, we're back with a brand new episode of the post game. We are going to be talking about the divisional round today of the NFL playoffs, talking about the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Packers came into this game after a bye week, 12-5 on the season. Not Packers, 49ers came into this game 12-5 on the season with a bye week. Packers came into it 9-8 after blowing out the Dallas Cowboys. You love to see things like that happen on the National Football League. But so going into this game, I think 99% of people predicted the San Francisco 49ers to win it. How do we feel about this game and how do we feel this game went?
I am satisfied with Jordan Love's performance, but it's disappointing to see him lose in that fashion.
That ending was a little.
He went full far.
Throw was he went a little too.
We can't trust their trash can of a kicker. I'd rather him go out the Favre way than another Blair Walsh incident.
They went to the red zone three times in the first quarter, and they only left with 6 points. That's 3 trips, and that's 21 points.
It's a really good San Fran defense, but that's besides the point. The point is they can't trust their kicker. You know what's bad when your head coach every time he goes out there. That's not a good look. And he outplayed Brock. Brock was the essence of a game manager, which he almost threw the game away himself. A lot of bad throws, a lot of dropped interceptions.
It was raining.
I don't care.
It was raining. No.
I mean,
it's a California team. They should be good in the rain.
What?
Ocean team.
No.
Sorry, it's an ocean team.
It doesn't rain too much.
It's you would think they would do some rain training. Bro's drying off his hand on his literal thigh. Bro, grow up. Get better.
No, as somebody that's played quarterback, when the ball gets wet and it hits the ground, the grip on that thing is
it doesn't drop
great.
that bad. He's just terrible.
He doesn't. He's terrible. But
be nice.
Okay.
Tread
No,
lightly, bro.
no.
Tread lightly. I've been on that Brock Purdy train all season long, and I'm dying on that mountain this year. I'm not. Listen, I'm sick.
Bro plays with the Avengers. I don't care.
I'm done with. You're cut off now. I'm sick of people saying that Brock Purdy is not that guy. He is him. I'm sick of it.
He is not that guy,
bro. We've seen time and time again.
You said Mac Jones was that guy. Look what happened.
When have I ever said that? Someone find me the clip.
But still, we've seen time and time again.
With that,
bad quarterbacks will look terrible and not bounce back from that terrible look, but they'll continue to look terrible. Like
especially in the playoffs.
Like Nick Mullins. I thought Nick Mullins was going to be the next Brett Favre. Southern Miss. He looked good for a 4-game stretch. He had that 4-game stretch where he looked like, starter. And he showed I can't be a consistent starter in this league. Brock Purdy has put 2 full seasons together, the same amount of playoff games, and he hasn't looked. Brock Purdy, bro, come on, stop. He led in almost every major category this year.
Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant.
Here's the thing: Brock Purdy is not a bad quarterback, but he's not an elite quarterback.
No,
he's in that like sort of middle range.
Okay.
He's top 15.
He will never beat game manager allegations.
He's a game manager. Not that type of quarterback.
But he's not trying to
win you a game by himself. And you see it anytime one of the guys is hurt, he falls apart.
That's true. That's true.
Here's my thing. No. Here's my thing. When you look at that team, they lost Debo during this game.
Yeah,
he had a game-winning drive in this game. And here's my thing.
No. Christian McCaffrey had a game-winning drive in this game.
Thank you.
That was all Christian.
McCaffrey.
C motherfucking C.
Let me.
There was 3 throws he had to make.
Yeah.
3 throws that anybody else could make.
That's no.
The Niners media team is over here gassing a simple over the middle throw, and everybody's like, "Bro, anybody else in the league, any other starter can make this throw." I do not want to hear this.
Baker had an opportunity.
Let me speak. let's take out. Let's take out Brock Purdy from the 49ers and put in a Sam Darnold or a Baker Mayfield. It's not like this. This does not happen.
They probably score more.
Baker Mayfield, they
whatever.
Baker played better too.
Baker had Chris Godwin open on the same route he was throwing to Cade Otton, who was more open. He threw it to Cade Otton, who was being shadowed completely. And you're saying that it's just easy to make certain throws. It's not. That's just not how it works. You can't just say any guy can make it. He's been doing this all season where I'm
so sorry that they brainwashed you to believe this propaganda.
Go watch the Brock Purdy film. He puts throws on the money.
I have seen Brock Purdy films, and he misses a lot of reads too. Everybody misses reads. Hindsight is 2020. Obviously,
you're saying everybody misses reads, and why don't he get that title as well? Why are you sitting here neglecting Brock Purdy or ripping him apart?
Because he's my least. First of all, he's my least favorite. Second of all, he's still the worst of the bunch. We're not going to excuse this.
Okay, let's look at this. Okay, in the NFL, where does he rank right now as quarterback?
15 to 20.
Top 5.
Yeah.
21.
He's not top 5.
He's not
top 5.
Quarterback?
Is he
quarterback?
Top 5?
Not top 5
Not at all.
Are we currently
this season?
Are we including injuries?
If we include injuries, he goes even lower.
He goes even lower.
This season, in the 20s. This season, okay, listen. This season, production-wise, who has been top? Give me 5 more.
Mahomes, Lamar, Allen. Are we counting injuries or not? Sorry.
No.
Herbert.
Burrow.
I'll put Jalen Hurts in there. I'll put Burrow in there.
Time out. Stop.
I'll put Stroud in there this year.
Stop. You put Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert above Brock Purdy.
I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert in a Kyle Shanahan offense, and they're favorites to win the Super Bowl right now.
Jalen Hurts has a.
I'll put Jared Goff there. He's been better than Purdy.
Hell, Dak Prescott's been better than Purdy.
AJ Brown's a better receiver than Debo.
So now it's a receiver thing.
Now it's the receiver.
I'm just saying.
Now we're just bringing up excuses for it.
I'm saying people always say that Brock Purdy. No, look, I got you. They always say Brock Purdy has this Avengers cast. So does Jalen Hurts, and look where he did. He got bounced in the first round, along with Dak Prescott, along with all these guys that Dak Prescott has a more talented roster except running back than the 49ers. What are we talking about here?
Of course, they collapse, but that's a team effort. We're talking about the quarterback right now. And guess what? The quarterback's the worst.
Oh, what a clown. What about your arguments to collect? No.
We were talking about the quarterback from the start, were we not? And you want to bring all these excuses. Because you did.
No.
It's just crazy because before Jimmy Garoppolo fucked up that Super Bowl for them, sorry to curse, but nobody had this conversation about Jimmy Garoppolo. And Brock Purdy's better. He does a better job than Jimmy Garoppolo. And that's the reason.
Jimmy's washed now.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about
he was there.
I'm talking about in that 2019 season. He plays if you probably put Brock Purdy in that game, they might beat the Chiefs. Brock Purdy is not.
They're the same. Purdy may be a little bit better, but they're the same. Same ceiling, same floor.
I mean, here's the thing. If your argument is put Purdy on that 49ers team in the Super Bowl and they might beat the Chiefs, they almost beat the Chiefs with Jimmy G. That's not that much of an improvement.
But also, I'm saying Jimmy G, after that Super Bowl, started holding that team back. Brock Purdy in no way holds that team back.
No, he doesn't hold the team back. But there's so many quarterbacks you can put in there that would improve the team more than he does.
Okay, but all right. So I have the same thing when
Why are we
people
moving
talk
to
about
goalpost again?
No, I'm just saying. I have the same thing when I talk about Dak. The guys that you're saying that can do better than Brock Purdy are untradeable. There's nobody that's in his tier that you can replace him with. And the guys that you can replace him with are actually worse. And they'll do a worse job.
Ain't nobody saying they need to replace Brock Purdy. We're just saying, let's be realistic about what Brock Purdy is. And that's not a top 5 player.
And also, he doesn't need to carry the team. He doesn't need to, compared to those franchise guys I just listed, he does not need to do as much as those guys.
He does
what I'm saying.
And I was talking about this to somebody the other day about the game manager and game changer conversation. There's a lot of game changers. If you're saying a game manager can't lead a team to a victory, there's a lot of game changers that throw games away because they do too much. And that's just Brock Purdy does his role, and that's fine. That's all the 49ers need. They just need somebody to do their role, make the right reads, and Like, stop knocking the guy for doing his job and not being bigger than what he is. He's just doing what he's supposed to do, and that's just.
I don't
And
think that's
still
what
being bad
I
at
think
doing that role.
it's less that anybody's trying to knock him for doing his job. It's just that we're trying to say stop making it seem like he's doing more than just his job. Like there's a lot of people that try to act like Brock Purdy's doing more than he is. That's the whole thing. Like he's
Like,
doing
I think
his
it's
job.
ridiculous.
For example,
okay,
matter of fact,
no. Last season, if you said that, I would have been like, okay, sure. But what he's done for that team in the
it's the
most
same
important time,
thing.
no, he's been
Nothing's
better.
changed.
He's thrown better balls this season. He's been more
Nothing
accurate.
has
He's taken
changed.
more risks this season.
He has gotten better.
In my
Man,
eyes,
he's the
I
second
really don't
Shut
see
up.
that much of a change.
Listen, okay, let me move. Let's segue. I gotta run this show. Listen, I'm getting pissed off if I sit here with you for 5 more minutes. So I want to say something about the Green Bay Packers, man. So I think at the beginning of the season, you look at this team, you look at Jordan Love, you're like, okay, is this a start of a rebuild? Is this a 3-5 year job, or is this a right now? Is this a win now team? No one expected the Packers to make the playoffs this season and go 9-8. No one. Thankfully, the NFC is awful, and so they snuck in with a 9-8 record. You look at this team and not Brock. Jordan Love is a very efficient. He doesn't take many risks when he doesn't need to, and he's a very accurate quarterback. And I think what we saw from him, this team, I think he's got a contract extension coming up in about a year and a half or 2 years, and he's going to get paid because this team is now finding their franchise quarterback. They're not rebuilding anymore. I think they are just getting better. They will be better than the Vikings next year. They will be questionably. Well, that's about it. That's all I got. I'm not going to say any other 3 teams in that division, but. I think this Packers team, I'm a Packers fan. I'm not too mad. I'm very, very happy about where we are as a team. So, for that being said, anything else on either of these 2 teams besides Brock Purdy? Don't say his name anymore.
I'm happy. Like you just said, I'm happy with the Packers going forward. They do need to do something about their secondary.
Yeah,
But
the defense is a weak link.
Yeah,
for sure.
But they do have the offense in place. Their draft was a hit.
Yeah,
everybody, pretty much everyone that they picked was a golden opportunity for them. So I'm happy with them going forward. So I didn't watch the NFC North next year.
They had a lot of rookies on offense this year, and every rookie stepped up to the plate. And in second year guys too, like Romeo Dobbs' playoff series. Like he really went like berserk against the Cowboys. He had a pretty decent game. Probably didn't get as many catches or like the big plays that he did against the Cowboys, but he was still there.
Jalen Reed stepped up for that Cowboys game as well.
Hey, you said he had a game
against the 49ers?
Oh, I thought you said against the Cowboys.
No, I'll say he had a crazy game against the Cowboys. He had a decent game against the 49ers.
You would know, Cowboys.
Yeah,
he had 83. So. He had 4 catches for 83 yards against the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decent game.
That's a good game. Well, any final thoughts on these 2 games, or on these 2 teams?
Oh, my last thought about the 49ers.
Yeah.
They are going to be in trouble in the championship game. They look hurt. They look a little vulnerable right now.
I think Devo was cleared, right?
It's he's 50-50, right?
Yeah, Adam Schefter said today he's 50-50. Okay. It's a shoulder. It's the same shoulder he was out with earlier. But McCaffrey was getting his hamstrings and thighs rubbed on the sideline. So
he's always getting his hamstrings and side.
He's never not being worked on. He'll be fine.
That's true.
He'll be suiting up for it.
Like
so they can't play this upcoming week like they did against the Packers against the Lions, because the Lions aren't going to miss their cues like the Packers did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Thank you all for joining. I've been your host, Davion. This has been the post game. Peace.